Here we go. It's time for some data leak. I'm not going to waste any more time. If you want to come play this game, type in the code AUFI. The discount Audi. Alfie. Does sound like the way I know a lot of people say Alfie. Oh, blimey. We're halfway full already. Odie, Mr. Game Show. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the game. Yeah, if you joined us from the raid, we have only got room for 50 people in here, so let's get it filled up if we can. Has got any time entry, so if there are any gaps, you can join midway through if there's any space. But yeah, I'm only going to give you about a minute because we're trying to make up time because we have got guest game number 2 in 40 minutes. Should be enough time to get through daily, I think, he says with confidence. Mr. Game Show is here, better behave. Very much so. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. And yes, you've missed the technical problems. Hopefully all the technical problems are going to have today. And it's going to be smooth sailing from here on out. Well, hello! There comes the Ruffled Mix with a raid with 10 viewers. One of our guest Bricks. Thank you for that raid, my dude. One Bit Boy, Ruffled Bricks. Luca, welcome all of you to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Luca, welcome to the game. Thanks for that raid. We'll be hearing a little bit more from Ruffled Bricks in about 40 minutes' time. If you are just joining, we are pushing Cryptex back, and we're going to do our next guest game after Data Leak in about 40 minutes' time. There'll be time to make it up. I'd just rather keep my guests on schedule, as it were. So it might mean we need to move some things around, and it just extends at the end of the night, and that's fine. What did you do? Grey Guy 55, thank you for that follow. Most grateful. People who've just raided in from Bricks, if you want to play this game, join quick because I'm locking the lobby in about 20 seconds. You need to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot, not in the public chat, if you please. Yeah, that's about all there is to it. So come join the lobby. You can join if there's any space at any point during the game. So yeah, I'm going to wait till the end of this riff, which is about 5 seconds away, or 10 seconds away. Oh, he won the... Yes, he did. Technically, Ruffled Bricks won the rehearsal game because he was unable to make it because he had a gig. So Score stepped in and ended up winning the rehearsal game. But right, that's the end of the loop. Let's play Data Leak. Starting with round 1, which is 5 degrees. You are going to be shown 5 puzzles. Each puzzle has a category and 5 clues. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. So if you don't know, it's still worth having a little guess anyway. It's a freeze out for basically the rest of the clue. Yeah, the faster you answer, the more points you get. Simple as that. But it gets more obvious as it goes on, and we're going to start with puzzle number 1. We're looking for a person. For 5 points. His mother sued him for slander in 1999. Hey, Pinky and Mark not wasting any time picking up an early 5 points there. Well done. For 4 points, he won an Oscar in 2003, but didn't turn up to the ceremony. There's another one. 2 picking up for 4 points. For 3 points, he founded the restaurant Mom's Spaghetti. Yeah, so I thought there might be a few solves here for 3. And for 2 points, he starred in the film 8 Mile and featured on its soundtrack.
And for a single point, this rapper's breakthrough album was the Slim Shady LP.
And yes, it is Eminem Marshall Mathers III. Incidentally, the restaurant Mom's Spaghetti is named in reference to a well-known and oft-parodied line from Eminem's hit song Lose Yourself. His arms are sweaty, knees weak. No, his arms are heavy, knees weak, palms are sweaty. He's nervous. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's Spaghetti. That one. On we go. Well done if you picked up some points there. Puzzle number 2. We're looking for a thing. Nondescript thing. For 5 points, a large proportion of it consists of abrasives such as aluminium oxide. Shapes, taking 5 points there, but all played. And Oni as well for 4 now. A popular experiment produces a foam known as Elephant's This. There's a number of people getting in. I must say I'd never heard of that expression for 4. Lots of people coming in for 3 now. On packaging, it is typically depicted in a shape known as a nurdle. N-U-R-D-L-E, nurdle. And for 2 points, an early version was sold as Dr. Sheffield's Creme Dentifrice. And a single point available now. Colgate Total was the UK's leading brand of this in 2022.
I don't know if you've figured that out. It's toothpaste. So Elephant's toothpaste is a foam created by the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. It expands quickly and dramatically, forming thick tubes of foam. And the nurdle is the character wavy shape of a toothpaste lane on a brush. Colgate and GlaxoSmithKline were locked in a legal battle in the early 2010s over the right to use the iconic nurdle shape on their toothpaste packaging. Well, there we go. Moving on. Puzzle number 3. We are looking for a country. For 5. Scotland's failure to establish a colony here precipitated Scotland's union with England. 2. The only one sold 5 for 4. It was ruled by Manuel Noriega in the 1980s. Sansa and Nando grabbing 4 points. For 3, the company Mossack Fonseca, whose papers were leaked in 2016, was headquartered here. And for 2, it's the last word in a famous palindrome created by Lee Mercer. Palindromic countries. Not that many. And for 1, its namesake canal was opened in 1914. Not strictly a palindrome, but it concludes the palindrome. I don't know how it begins, but Panama was the answer. A man, a plan, a canal, Panama. Thank you very much, Chase, for furnishing us with the details. In fact, it's in my notes. A man, a plan, a canal, Panama. The Panama Papers were the controversial leaked papers from 2016. They exposed global-scale money laundering activities in which many powerful people were implicated, including the then, I think, Prime Minister David Cameron. I don't think he'd resigned by then. This and the Scotland's failure to establish a colony precipitated Scotland's union with England. Yeah, this was Scotland's failed Darien scheme, which ruined Scotland's finances and turned opinion in favour of the 1707 Act of Union. Yeah, there we go. Let's clear that board. Another puzzle coming in, and we're looking for a competition for 4 points. No, for 5 points, rather. Its predecessor's first winner in 1891 was a Briton named H. Briggs. And for 4, Paul is still welcome on in. The venue where the tournament takes place is used as a colloquialism for the tournament itself. Luca the first to solve here. And for 3, the Susan Lenglen Cup is one of the prizes awarded at it. AB, me and 2, and Zeus all getting there for 3. Shapes finally getting there. Rocky Rapunzel also getting 3. For 2 points, Rafael Nadal won 14 men's singles titles at it. And for a single point, it's a Grand Slam tennis tournament held in Paris. That's the French Open, also known as Roland Garros or Roland Garros. That's the one. It's sometimes used, they're used interchangeably, but French Open was the answer that we had down there. Very well played. One more puzzle in this round, and we're looking for Anamanananamanamol for 5 points. The Egyptian deity Sobek has the head of it. Can you remember? Because this came up earlier. Quite a few seemingly can. Well done for 5 if you got that for 4. The gharial is sometimes known as the fish-eating variety of it. And for 3 points, the surprisingly weak muscles that open its mouth can be defeated by a rubber band. And for 2, the saltwater species is the world's largest living reptile. And for a single point, they can be distinguished from alligators by the shape of their snout. That's from the Odile family, the crocodile. I think the Sobek thing came up earlier on in Risky Business, I want to say. Well done if you remember that, or if you just knew that Sobek had the head of a crocodile. That's the end of the round. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. It's Toot with an early lead of 20 points, but Luca is just behind on 19. Ape and Samster tied up in third with 17. Not going to go through all the scores. Hopefully you can see where you are. Of course, pennies for every point that you have at the end of the round. But for now, we're going to move on. Round 2. It's the content filter. Once again, you're going to be shown 5 puzzles, and each puzzle has a category and 5 objects, events, or characters that feature in the answer. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. So the sooner you answer, the faster you answer, the more points you get. Very similar to round 1, except generally we have shorter clues. Once again, incorrect attempts freeze you out for 8 seconds. So just punch something in, you never know, it might be right. On we go then. Puzzle number 1, and we are looking for quotes from what film? For 5. Jesus, George, it's a wonder I was ever born. I don't know why I'm doing that accent. Luca's the first there for 5. Arden Fetz and Colin not far behind, and Tyson Bain as well. Mr. Game Show now getting 4. Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? For 4. Don't make no sense. And for 3, I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet, but your kids are gonna love it. And for 2, roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. And for a single point, wait a minute, Doc, are you telling me you built a time machine out of a DeLorean? It's Back to the Future, or 2 or 3, because there is a bit of a running theme with those quotes. It's a film I've still never seen. I've never seen a Back to the Future film, would you believe? And it is to my eternal shame. But one day I'll make that right. On we go. Puzzle number 2, we're looking for conditions of what organ? For 5 points, Meniere's disease, Toot, and Mr. Vertigo solving for 5, and shapes as well. Well played. For 4, vestibular neuritis. Lucas Zeus and Mark coming in here. And Rotted Rapunzel as well. For 3, otitis media. You have it on your place. Send us a link to your ISIS, I'll give it a watch at some point. A few more solves coming in here. For 2, labyrinthitis. And for a single point, tinnitus. Or as I called it for a long time, tinnitus. I think that still works. They're all conditions of the ear. Very well done if you knew that from 5. Got a length of about one of these. Can you really shake? Wanted Boy, thank you for that follow. Welcome on in. We're going on. Puzzle number 3. And we're looking for slogans for what company? Switch. 5. The E is not condoned. Apologies for that. If you got denied. The category did say organ singular. That's the only thing I can cling to. For 4 points, the power to be your best. Samster and ABMe taking a 5. Nando and Oni taking a 4. And shapes as well. For 3 points, think different. Mr. Game Show, thank you for the 14.45 donation there. For 2 points, the computer for the rest of us. And for a single point, get a Mac. Mr. Game Show saying, wanted an even number. With the 14.45 donation. Those are all slogans for Apple. The Switch advertising campaign launched in the early 2000s encouraged people to change from Microsoft Windows computers to Apple Macs. So there we go. Let's clear the board. Mr. Game Show saying, wanted an even number. Thank you for the £14.45 donation. We are now up to £750 for Calm. So we're halfway towards the Music Quiz Live, which kicks in at £1,000. £2,000 by 9 p.m. is still the target if we want the context for what's happening at 9 o'clock-ish before that happens. So there you go. Just something to think about. But at £750 is where we're at the moment. A nice round number, 37.5% of the way to our target. Next puzzle number 4, I think this is. We're looking for sporting anthems for what country? The Rocky Road to Poland. Might be the first one we've not solved at 5. For 4 points, Zombie. coming in here. For 3, the Fields of Athenry. Or Athenry, I beg your pardon. The Fields of Athenry. For 2 points, The Boys in Green. And for a single point, my pronunciation notes, Oran Naveen. Oran Naveen. Apparently. I'm told that's roughly how it's pronounced. Ireland is the answer. Ireland, the island of Ireland. The Rocky Road to Poland is an adaptation of the traditional Irish folk song Rocky Road to Dublin, written for the 2012 European Championship in football, held in Poland and Ukraine. Zombie is a song by the Irish rock band The Cranberries, which became an anthem after the death of songwriter and lead singer Dolores O'Riordan. The Fields of Athenry is pronounced like that, according to my notes. And that final one, roughly pronounced Oran Naveen. It's the Irish national anthem, known in English as the Soldier's Song. There we go, that was puzzle 4. Let's clear the board. One more puzzle in this round, and we are looking for terms from what 1980s novel? Pravaganza for 5. No one getting that for 5. For 4, Unbaby. Oh, we have got a couple of 4s in there. Optimus and Rotted Rapunzel and Mark all getting for 4. For 3, Econowife. For 2, Gilead. And for 1, Handmaid. They're all terms from The Handmaid's Tale. Gilead is the dystopian republic in which The Handmaid's Tale is set. Pravaganzas are mass prayer gatherings organised by commanders of Gilead, and the meanings of Unbaby and Econowife are quite guessable in the context of the story and don't really bear dwelling on. Note here from Inca. That is the end of Puzzle 5 and the end of round 2. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. And it's Luca and Toot now tied at the top with 38 apiece. Very good scores. Samster has 34, is in second. Mark and Shapes currently in third with 33. So into a round with no categories because it's any other name. You're going to be shown 5 puzzles, and each puzzle has 5 different descriptions of the same word. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed, as ever. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds, and of course we don't have categories here because they could cover any number of categories, but they are all descriptions of varying obscurity of the same word. Hopefully that all makes sense, and once again, the faster you answer, the more points you get. Category, category. Here's the first. For 5, to reject a news story for publication. Shapes, bang in with 5, as is Mark. Well played there. For 4, an increase. Where I took the sweatband off because it was just getting a bit tight, I'll put it back on in a bit. For 3, in volleyball, to hit the ball downwards. Jack Wilford, welcome to the game and the stream, and straight in for 3 points, not wasting any time there. For 2 points, to add alcohol or other drugs to a drink without permission. And for a single point, a sharp point such as those on top of a fence. Or indeed in Sonic the Hedgehog. That might be a thing that's relevant to anybody. Spike, or spikes, we did allow the plural on that one. Jack is exclusively here for the volleyball. God, indeed so. Well done if you got Spike. Here's another. For 5. Jane Levy's character in Don't Breathe. Another stumper at 5 there. For 4, Mel Gibson's character in Chicken Run. Few more getting that one. For 3, the first name of Dr. Frank-N-Furter's creation. And for 2, the squirrel friend of Bullwinkle J. Moose. And if you want it for a single point, the eponymous boxer in a Sylvester Stallone film series. Sorry, auto-correcting titular. Rocky is the answer. Very well done if you got that. Luca and Toot still neck and neck after 2 puzzles in this round. Another for you. Here's a third. Titular. For 5 points, film that earned Peter O'Toole his final Oscar nomination. Nobody there. For 4, astronomical object to which the adjective Cytherean refers. First Soul for 2. For 4. For 3, an international hit single for Bananarama. And for 2, the Roman equivalent of the goddess Aphrodite. And for a safe 1, the second planet from the Sun. Venus is the answer. I've got a couple of notes here. Peter O'Toole. Without ever winning, O'Toole was nominated for Best Actor 8 times between Lawrence of Arabia in 1962 and Venus in 2006. The adjective Venusian is more common than Cytherean now, but Cytherean used to mean of Venus, as it were. And the international hit single for Bananarama, the song Venus, was actually originally released in 1969 by the Dutch band Shocking Blue, but was covered by Bananarama in 1986 and became their biggest hit. It's like the I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, so desire. Is that Venus? Someone will tell me if I'm wrong. That feels like the one. Hi, Tim Man. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. That is the one. Thank you, Tim. Thank you for confirming. On we go. I'm doing well with the pace, making up time. I know we're rattling through it, but hopefully we're having fun all the same. Puzzle number 4. And for 5, Ida B. Blank, NAACP co-founder. Good Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players picking up 5 points there. Jack, 8, Mark, Luca and 2. For 4 points, Bombardier Billy Blank, British boxer. A few more coming in for 4. For 3, Blank Fargo, American bank. Yes, we're keeping well, Tim Man. Sorry to hear about your knee issues. For 2, Royal Tunbridge Blank, English town. Yeah, sorry to hear about your knee, but rest it up and get yourself recovered. And for a single point, H.G. Blank, sci-fi author. Wells is the answer, yes. Royal Tunbridge Wells, which is just up the way from regular Tunbridge, which is where one of my brothers lives, just about a couple of hours from here. H.G. Wells, of course, War of the Worlds, Wells Fargo. Bombardier Billy Wells, best remembered for striking a gong in the distinctive introduction to films by the Rank organisation. As such, he was the answer with which Ingram Wilcox won £1 million on the UK Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And on that note, Lingo, thank you for the £25.69 donation. Very nice indeed. Most kind of you. We're a little bit behind. If you've done a Steam Code lottery request there, we're a little bit behind, but we will catch up on them. You have indeed. Lingo saying, I know it'll ruin the round number, but yay, memes. Indeed so. 25.69. It's very kind of you, Lingo. And we'll get caught up on that Steam Code lottery a bit later. Remax Zila, thank you for that follow. Ida B. Wells was a pioneer of investigative journalism, a civil rights leader in the late 19th and early 20th century. So well done if you got it from that. We've got one more puzzle in this round, puzzle number 5. Any other name? And for 5 points. Archaically, a plunderer or robber. Oh, another one that stumped you all. For 4, a competitor who has no chance of winning but can stop others doing so. Yeah, a few getting it from this. For 3, a device fitted to a car to alter its aerodynamics. And for 2, one who tarnishes something. No one there. And for a single point, something that gives away key details of the story. Get a bonus 50 points for joining late and doing so well. Where are you, Jack? That's a spoiler, incidentally. Spoiler is the answer. You're on 16. Yeah, you're doing rather well. I was expecting to see you in like the top 5 after you said Jack. Spoiler was the answer there. No further notes on that, so that's the end of puzzle 5, the end of round 3. Let's clear the book, check out the scores. Ooh. A lot of scotch. I've got 2 bottles of water here that I've barely touched, so I need to make sure I am hydrating at the same time. Toot with a lead of 58. Luke in second, 56. Mark is in third with 53, but still 2 rounds to go, which means there's potentially 50 points still on the table. Let's see how we get on as we go to round number 4. Round 4 is the clue chain. You will be shown 5 puzzles. Each puzzle has a category of 5 clues with letters gradually being added to each. So it's sort of a Wheel of Fortune hangman-y type round. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. RNG will determine the order in which the letters are added to the clues. Just a note, spelling must be exact in this round. There's no special punctuation for any of them, but there are no alternatives and your spelling must be exact. Incorrect attempts, as before, freeze you out for 8 seconds. Basically Hacker round 1. Except in Hacker, I think it gives you all of a particular letter. So when R appears, it will give you all of the R's here. If it gives you an R, there might still be other missing R's, for example. I think that's how this one works. It's just a random subset. So slightly different algorithm. So it's the clue chain, puzzle number 1, and we are looking for a Pizza Hut pizza 8 and 7 for 5. Buffy Bunny's first in, followed by Odie and Booze. A few more coming in now for 3. Oh, that's generous. RNG is generous. Remember, spelling must be exact. For 2 points. And for a single point now. Hawaiian Sizzler. I think of our active players, everyone getting that one right. A Hawaiian Sizzler is what we wanted there. Well done if you got that one. Hawaiian Sizzler was something different. Next one, we're looking for a detective novel, 36238, and Lingo welcome to the stream for 5. I'll come to that in a minute. For 4. Shapes is the first to solve for 4. Clive is there now too, as is Mark. For 3. And for 2. And for a single point now. That was The Murder at the Vicarage by Agatha Christie, the first novel to feature Miss Marple. And let's just take a pause in proceedings to acknowledge an anonymous donation just coming in there with no reward or incentive added and not even a name or a message. Donating £100. Thank you very much, anonymous person. I'm assuming that you're watching. So thank you very much for your generosity. That's enormously kind of you. The total stands at £875.69. Very nice indeed. Getting close to that £1,000 target for the Music Quiz Live. Just shy of £125 short. If you want to get to the Music Quiz Live, remember target of 2,000 by 9 p.m. would be epic sauce, because it gives you context for what happens at 9 o'clock-ish. Puzzle number 3, and we're looking for a Chinese basketball team, 7, 4, and 6. For 5. Nobody even attempting at 5. For 4. There's an attempt from AB Me. It's not the one. For 3. Mark the first to come in at 3, followed by Oni and Apodo. And another couple coming in there now for 2. RNG's finally being a bit more helpful here. And for 1. The Szechuan Blue Whales, who I must say I've never heard of, but I'm not really up on my Chinese basketball teams. It may astonish you to hear. 2 more in this round. Puzzle number 4. Yeah, klaxon alarm. We're looking for a US election slogan. 44348. For 5. Aiden, can you have a go? Not the one. For 4. More letters, please. So Jack. Oh, Jack, devastated. He's not getting 5 points on a politics question. For 3. 2 and Mark's holding for 4. Expecting Jack to go green now. No, for 2. And for 1. Luca getting it for 1. Wow, keep cool and keep Coolidge. What a great slogan. But it's defeated a lot of you, and our political correspondent, Jack Wilfred. No, sorry, Deputy Political Editor. You've been promoted, haven't you? Deputy Political Editor, just managing to eke out the 1 point. Not to shame you publicly on stream, but I know you're big into your politics, Jack. Where is Tippin Kantz and Tyler too? No idea. A slogan for Calvin Coolidge's successful campaign in 1924, in which he was elected for a full term, having become president on the death of Warren G. Harding. 1 more puzzle in this sort of Wheel of Fortune-y style round for 5 points. We're looking for Why Can't You Trust Burritos? 746535. Podo just denied the 5, but picking up 4 points there. Well played. Sounds like a JB prompt. Mr. Vertigo also picking up 4. And Zeus as well for 3. Ardenfet's just coming into the 3 bracket. And the spelling must be exact. And for 2. Think a bit more laterally on this one, I fear. And for a single point now. Oh, RNG's not giving you much to work with. Can you work it out? And I'll tell you why you can't trust burritos. Because they always spill the beans. Very well played if you did manage to work that one out. That's the end of puzzle 5 and the end of round 4. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. Get in the bin, said Tyson. At the end of round 4, Toot has got a 2-point advantage over Mark. Toot on 72, Mark on 70. Luca just behind on a very nice 69 in 3rd. And Shido Hari, welcome to the game. Lovely to have you here. Yes, we've got 1 more round to go, and there's still 25 points available. So, still battle lines to be drawn around the top half of the table. Let's see what you make of round number 5. It's all a blur. You will be shown 5 pictures. And 666, welcome on into the stream. Each picture has a category. The picture will gradually come into sharper focus. Points decrease every 10 seconds. The Bassoonist is donating £5. Thank you for that, Bassoonist. Most welcome. I'll check out your message in a minute. Incorrect attempts, once again, freeze you out for 8 seconds, but you don't have to have exact spelling anymore. So, pictures, they're going to come into sharper focus. If you're running on a bit of latency, I can't do a huge amount about that, unfortunately. So, do your best with what you got. At the 2-point mark, you'll get a little cryptic clue to help you along your way. 666, welcome to the stream. Let's see how you get on. Puzzle number 1, we're looking for a celebrity. For 5. There's our first solves. Oh, very much first solves plural. No message from the Bassoonist, but donating £5 via Tiltify. Thank you very much for your donation, Bassoonist. 4 points available now. And for 3. Oh yeah, Shido Hari, you need to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot to play this game. Don't type it in public chat. For 2 points, not using a picture with a signature neon hair. I'm a bad guy. And for a single point. I'm now wondering if I've seen this before, because that pixelation looked quite familiar as it went through. Opportunity.
Duh.
It's Billie Eilish. Oh, the ample opportunity arrived. And a message from our sponsor, We Like Shapes.
More Innis joke content PLS.
More Innis joke content PLS.
Duh.
Oh, not very often I get to press that button, but because it often feels like I'm being like rude to people if you get something obvious wrong, and I go,
Duh.
It feels really rude. But with Billie Eilish right there, yeah, that's a great opportunity. Billie Eilish was the correct answer there, and yeah, I feel like that picture looks familiar from Data League. But anyway, on we go. Puzzle number 2. We are looking for an object for 5. Yeah, and I still think it's the thing it's not. Oh, wow, some people getting it for 5. I definitely thought it was something else when I ran this through the pixelator to test it. 4 points available now. Best of the way. I pressed the button, Josh, don't worry. For 3. And for 2. Game night. This device won't be much use then. Sorry, game night. This device won't be much use then. But just say what you see now. And for 1. That bar is a sundial, used to tell the time via the light of the sun casting a shadow. Most of us getting that one. Well played. 3 more pictures. Toot has got a 5-point advantage. Let's see if he can keep it as we go to picture number 3. We are looking for a person for 5. Silver Electrons first in for 5. Oni's also there. Paulista and Jack. Luca as well. 4 points available now. Where I've got 4 different sensors of the pixelation of it on different screen sizes around me. Probably why we're getting crashes. 3 points available now. And for 2, just a comrade hanging with his allies. And for a single point. Who is that mustachioed man? Mustachioed major. There's Joseph Stalin. So it is. What is this? Joseph Stalin. Yes, the former Russian leader. Was he Russian at the time of the Second War? Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Mussolini. He was Italian. Well done if you got Stalin. Sounds weird out of context. 2 more pictures to go. This is a really clever one, this one. We're looking for a year for 5 points. Incidentally, that photo of Stalin was taken at the Tehran conference in 1943. Roosevelt and Churchill are seated next to him. Jack, Sotty, ABB and Zeus, and a few others also all picking up 4 points. 3 points available now, every year. Jones the Gamer, welcome to the stream, but you need to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot and be in the game. Please don't type answers into public chat. Nicer weather than they'd have got in the UK the time before for 2 months. And for 1. That was 2016. Sorry, I just need to send a message back on chat. Yeah, 2016, obviously you got Olympic rings and the flag of Brazil. The time before, 2012, would have been the UK London Olympic Games, but 2016 is what we wanted here. Well done if you managed to work that out. Toot's got a 3-point lead going into the final question, but it's not a done deal yet. We've got Luca 3 points behind. Depending how Toot gets on with this last one will determine what happens. Just a quick mention, if you're new here, if you've come from any of our guests who are starting in the next game in the next 5 minutes or so, please don't put any answers into the public chat. I'd recommend just hanging fire until we begin the next game, and then you can join in with the background, the audience game of that if you like. But please, no answers in the public chat. I'll be most grateful to you. One more puzzle after we clear the board, and we are looking for a TV show for 5. And Mr. Vertigo, AB, me and Toot all solving amongst a few others for 5 points. Toot getting his 4th gold of the day. Toot, give someone else a chance. 4 points available, 3 points available now. Hoping we're getting this from that there mysterious blurry eye at the top for 2 points. In 2002, 10 million Britons were watching him. And for a single point, his finger on his 6-fingered hand. Poor Toot. He's done jolly well. That is Big Brother. The picture contestant is Alex Sibley, who came 3rd in the 3rd UK series. And the Summer Olympics were held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in 2016. Jack Wilfred donating £5 via Tiltify. Thank you very much, Jack. And it says, message from Jack, happy to donate to this charity, which I assume, based on the name, has been set up to help quizzers. Seriously, though, have been affected by men's mental health myself. Thank you for all that you do, Ben. A pleasure, Jack. Thank you for the kind words and for the £5 donation there. Yes, Calm, obviously going out of their way to prevent suicides. I think at one point they were focusing principally on male suicides, but they are there to help anyone who's feeling under pressure and suffering with mental stress and anxiety. So thank you very much, Jack, for your kind words. That's the end of Puzzle 5. It's the end of Round 5 and the end of the game. So let's clear the boards and check out the final scores. Mark takes the bronze with 86, Luca takes the silver with 90, and Toot takes the gold with 94. And can I extend a huge word of thanks to Inca for a delightful pack of data. Sorry I've rattled through it at such an inordinate pace, trying to make up time. Just to clarify, we are going to go straight into guest game number 2 now, which does have a background audience game to it. The focus is going to be on our friends who I see in the green room, who I'm going to go and greet shortly. I'm going to go to a break. Give me 5 minutes to get it set up. So you've got time to go to the loo and whatnot. I'll play some adverts again. So if you're not subbed, you'll see some ads again. It just prevents free rolls from new people joining from having to see pre-roll ads, which is good. So we won't start the next game until those ads are done. That gives me time to set up and go to the loo. And the same for yourselves. Cryptex is being pushed back to after this game. I'm hoping we can get this game done in an hour. Cryptex is then a self-runner, which will take 40 minutes, which puts us 30 minutes behind, which feels acceptable. Zencryptus, excited for the next guest. Me too, very much so. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm sure I've already said that, but I'll say it again. Very many thanks to Inca for that pack of data leak. Let's roll the credits, and then I will see you on the cam just to wrap up before we go from there. Yay! My mic's off. I'll say all that again in a minute.